Hi, my name is Xandr Brown. I'm a producer with the Daily Yonder, and welcome to the home office. I've been doing a bit of reshuffling lately, and I've become acutely aware of how many books I have. Most of these books are from my grandparents' house. Not trying to put the blame on anyone, but somehow they found a way to follow me here. Anyway, in commemoration of MLK Day and the fast approaching Black History Month, a book stuck out to me recently. This one here, Why We Can't Wait by Martin Luther King Jr. himself. I've never read Martin Luther King Jr. before, which is strange because I've heard so much about this man through school, college courses, and I've never met his words face to face until now. And I did wonder if I would have anything new to learn or gain versus, the kumbaya that usually frames his birthday and talks of the civil rights movement. But I did. It further stirred thoughts that I've had for a while now. I think reflection is important. No doubt a lot of us have been doing plenty of that given these uncertain times. I think COVID has forced us to face the ways that we arc our lives towards convenience, existing for convenience, and when we are no longer such, being discarded. I also notice how every January, without fail, people find a way to water down the potency of disruption that Martin Luther King Jr. was. He's flattened on murals and street signs that some joke are in the roughest parts of America. And online and in discourse, he's arranged as the reasonable way to protest, the way to make change without being a vagabond, a thug, or a rider. In his book, he writes, "No one can pretend that because the people may be oppressed, every individual member is virtuous and worthy. The real issue is whether in the great mass, the dominant characteristics are decency, honor, and courage. Those descriptors, decency, honor, and courage, are not synonymous with fealty to the law." Martin Luther King Jr. was not a law-abiding citizen. Martin Luther King Jr. was a jailbird, and in his call for nonviolence, he encouraged others to go willingly to jail as well. He was a thorn in the side of the left and the right alike. He called for the unity of the working class, both black and white. He critiqued the elitism of W.E.B. Du Bois' talented 10th. He was on the FBI watch list. In fact, the same year that this book was published in 1964, the FBI sent a blackmail package to his home as a way to assassinate his character, undermine the movement, and ultimately make him commit suicide. Nonviolent as he was, make no mistake that he was a threat. He called for disruption, a fight against convenience, a fight against going quietly into that good night with sit-ins and marches and boycotts of businesses big and small. He was a threat to the convenience of keeping things the same or doing just enough to keep the peace. He was a threat against the convenience of creating laws that one never felt the full effect of. To me, he represents the fight against the convenience of being able to tokenize his words without ever having read him. Martin Luther King Jr. defied police forces, spent many nights in jail, and led protests that today would have people raging in their driver's seats as they're waiting in traffic for the protest to pass. You don't have to hurt someone to be a threat. Just like you don't have to be a slave to be a convenience. You simply have to stop looking, stop questioning, stop wondering about what's happening right in front of you. So I ask you on this Martin Luther King Jr. Day, what ways have you served convenience? And in what ways can you build community enough to be a positive disruption?